Hi, and welcome to the video on the concentration and dilution exploration. In this video, I'm going to go over what you need to do for the procedures for parts 1, 2, and 3. Also, I will go over the analysis section for those sections as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So in part 1, we're focusing on concentration calculations using the molarity formula. And in this procedure, what you will do is you are going to create several different solutions. In fact, you're going to create a total of 5. The first one you're going to create with cobalt nitrate, and you're going to use a volume of 1 liter of water and add enough cobalt nitrate until the volume reaches 2 molars. And then you're going to repeat that process with cobalt chloride, but in this case you're going to use 0.9 liters of cobalt chloride, but again aim for 2 molar. So to open up the simulation, you can click on the link here and it'll take you to the simulation. And in the procedure, if you read through it, the first thing it says is to fill up the tank with 1 liter of water. So this knob here is for filling up the tank. You open that up, it fills it up. And the most you can get is 1 liter, so it's not going to exceed it, so you can just keep going until it makes you stop. Now we need to select cobalt nitrate. So for that, you're going to go over to the solute, and you are going to click on the black arrow to scroll down. Here's cobalt nitrate. Now we want it on solid because that's how we're going to add it. So it's already selected, and it's sort of a salt shaker of sorts. And you can move the salt shaker, shaking it, and then it will release some of the solute into the water. Now, one thing I forgot to do is, well, how do we measure the concentration of the solution as we make it? We're going to use this concentration meter. So basically you take the end of it and make sure it's inside your solution, and then it will measure the concentration of the solution. So I'm going to go ahead and keep shaking it because I want the concentration to reach 2 molar, 2.0 about. It's not going to be exactly, so I just keep shaking. I keep going. And we're still not there yet. Oh, I went a little over, okay? So right now my concentration is 2.135 moles per liter, which is the same thing as 2.135 molar. Now that I have the concentration of my solution, I am going to go down to my analysis table, and I'm going to write in the concentration for my cobalt nitrate, which is, again, that was 2.135 moles per liter. And that's the same thing as molar. Now, if you were in class today, I got a different value because I did this experiment at a different time. And when I did it the last time, I think the molarity was 2.040 molar. But in this time when I did it, it got 2.135 molar. Okay, so that's for the first solution. You're going to repeat that with cobalt chloride and potassium dichromate, and then 2 more of your choosing. But with the subsequent solutions, you're going to use less water. So what it says to do here in the instruction is to hit the reset button and then begin the next trial. And for the second trial, we're going to set it up to 0.9 molar. So I hit the reset button. Notice everything gets reset back. This time I want to fill up the volume to about 0.9 liters. Not molar, sorry, liters. There we go. And as you can see, the volume increments are, each one is 0.1. This is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 liters, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. So for my second trial, it's 0.9. Now I need to select the correct solute. I'm using cobalt chloride this time. And I'm going to take my solubility meter. I'm going to put it in there. And again, you're going to shake it until you get about 2 molar. So I got 1.902 molar. So back to my table here, I'm going to put in 1, oops, Oh, where we go? Here we go. Gotta change the color of the font in here. 1.902. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that again, this time for potassium dichromate, and this time I'm using a volume of 0.8 liters. So let's go ahead and reset. I'm going to add 0.8, just a little bit more. There we go. And I need to select potassium dichromate. Don't forget to put my probe in, and then I'm going to add until I reach 0.2. Uh-oh, notice what's happening. So one of the things that's noted in the procedure is that sometimes it may reach what's called a saturated solution, which you're going to learn about more in the lab or the exploration. And that means that no matter what I do, if I keep shaking in more solid, notice the concentration doesn't go up, but instead at the bottom I have a bunch of solid crystals. And it even says here it's saturated. So no more is dissolving. So this is the value that I'm going to write down in my data table. I can't get to 2.0 molar. So I'm just going to write down the 0.510 molar. So in my table I have the 0.510 molar. So you're going to repeat that with 2 more solutions, the whole process all over again with 2 more solutions, and you get to choose which ones you want. So I'm going to go ahead and reset this. And for the 4th solution, you're going to use 0.7 liters of water, and for the last one, you're going to use 0.6 liters of water. Now, in choosing whichever one you want, you can choose the yellow potassium chromate solution, nickel chloride, copper sulfate, potassium permanganate, or sodium chloride. So any of these ones that you haven't used yet, you can choose for the last 2. And it's again the same procedure except for using a different volume of water. All right, so this video just walked you through the procedure. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to do the analysis section.